exploring cosmic patterns with artificial intelligence. For thousands of years, humanity has looked toward the night sky and asked the same timeless questions. Is there meaning hidden among the stars? Do the patterns above reflect the patterns within us? Or are we simply creatures who naturally search for order in an unimaginably vast universe? Ancient civilizations watched the movements of the heavens with extraordinary care. They tracked the cycles of the sun, the phases of the moon, the wandering paths of the planets. From these observations emerged calendars, navigation, mythology, and eventually astrology, a symbolic language that sought to understand humanity through the rhythms of the cosmos. Today, we possess something those civilizations could never have imagined: artificial intelligence, a technology capable of analyzing enormous amounts of information, identifying hidden relationships, and recognizing patterns that might otherwise remain invisible. But what happens when one of humanity's oldest symbolic systems meets one of its newest analytical tools? Today, we're exploring cosmic patterns with artificial intelligence. Not to predict the future, not to prove or disprove astrology, but to ask a fascinating question. What can artificial intelligence learn from one of humanity's oldest ways of understanding itself? Artificial intelligence does not possess beliefs. It does not experience intuition. It does not gaze at the stars with wonder. Instead, it analyzes information. It searches for recurring structures. It compares ideas across cultures, histories, and disciplines. When AI examines astrology from this perspective, something remarkable appears. The Zodiac is filled with recurring archetypes: action, stability, communication, nurturing, creativity, refinement, balance, transformation, exploration, mastery, innovation, transcendence. These themes appear far beyond astrology. They emerge in mythology, psychology, philosophy, literature, religion. Even modern leadership studies and personality research explore remarkably similar ideas. From an AI perspective, this suggests something important. Perhaps astrology has endured not because it predicts events with certainty, but because it organizes timeless patterns of human experience into a symbolic framework. Consider history. Every civilization has produced explorers, builders, artists, teachers, leaders, healers, visionaries, protectors, innovators. Every generation encounters moments of change, conflict, growth, and renewal. The symbols of astrology may be understood as recurring narratives that help people reflect on these universal experiences. Artificial intelligence excels at recognizing patterns across enormous datasets. It can identify recurring themes in literature spanning centuries. It can detect similarities between myths from cultures separated by oceans. It can compare philosophical traditions that evolved independently. Again and again, similar symbolic patterns emerge. The hero's journey, the wise elder, the trickster, the caregiver, the seeker, the transformer. Carl Jung described many of these as archetypes, universal patterns that appear across cultures and throughout history. AI can observe these recurring structures without assigning supernatural meaning to them. It simply recognizes that human beings repeatedly tell similar stories because they repeatedly encounter similar challenges. This perspective transforms astrology into something different. Not a system of fixed destiny, but a symbolic map of recurring human experiences. Artificial intelligence also reveals another fascinating truth. Human beings are extraordinary pattern seekers. Our ancestors survived by recognizing subtle changes in weather, seasons, animal behavior, and the environment. Over time, this remarkable ability evolved into science, mathematics, astronomy, art, language, and countless symbolic systems designed to help us interpret reality. The stars became one canvas upon which humanity projected questions about identity, purpose, and meaning. Not because the stars necessarily dictated human lives, but because the night sky offered a universal reference point shared by every civilization. AI notices that even in today's technological world, humans continue searching for patterns. In financial markets, social networks, climate systems, medical research, language, music, behavior. The desire to understand complexity has never disappeared. Only the tools have changed. Ancient astrologers used observation and symbolism. Modern scientists use experiments and mathematics. Artificial intelligence uses computation and machine learning. Each approach represents humanity's ongoing effort to understand the world and its place within it. Perhaps this is where astrology and AI unexpectedly meet. Both begin with observation. Both search for patterns. Both attempt to organize complexity into understandable frameworks. But they differ in purpose. Artificial intelligence seeks measurable relationships. Astrology offers symbolic interpretation. One analyzes data, the other invites reflection. Together, they create an intriguing conversation between ancient wisdom and modern technology. AI also reminds us to remain curious. Patterns do not automatically imply causation. Symbolism is not the same as scientific evidence. Meaning often depends upon interpretation. Recognizing these distinctions allows us to appreciate astrology as a rich cultural and psychological tradition, while respecting the methods of scientific inquiry. Perhaps the greatest lesson AI offers is not certainty. It is curiosity, the willingness to explore ideas thoughtfully, to ask better questions, to compare perspectives, to recognize both the strengths and limitations of different ways of understanding reality. The cosmos continues to inspire humanity, not only because of what it is, but because of the questions it awakens within us. Who are we? Why do certain symbols endure? What patterns connect our stories across thousands of years? Artificial intelligence cannot answer every philosophical question. Neither can astrology, but together they encourage something deeply human. The desire to keep exploring, to keep learning, to remain open to wonder while grounding ourselves in thoughtful inquiry. Through the eyes of AI, the stars become more than distant objects. They become reminders of humanity's endless search for meaning. A search that stretches from ancient observatories to modern supercomputers, from handwritten star charts to machine learning algorithms, from myth to mathematics. And perhaps that journey is the most fascinating pattern of all. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to Astrology from an AI perspective for more documentary-style videos exploring the intersection of astrology, symbolism, psychology, history, and artificial intelligence. Until next time, keep looking up, keep asking questions, and keep exploring the patterns that connect us to the universe and to ourselves.